Hi there, my name is Danielle Matthews. I'm excited that you are exploring Asea and trying to get an understanding of how is this just not salt and water. I know I get asked all the time, can't I just put salt and water together, shake it up and get the same thing that's in Asea? Or I used to live in Florida. Favorite thing people used to ask, can I just go to the beach and get this stuff, Danielle? Same stuff? No, it is quite different. You will see, yes, the ingredients, if you look at the back of the bottle, say sodium chloride and water, which obviously we're trained at looking at nutrition labels. And so it seems like it's just salt and water, but actually what happens is that's like what goes into the product. It's as if you're baking a cake, right? You need eggs and you need sugar and flour and water and whatever else goes in. But what comes out maybe is pound cake. If you look at the ingredients on a pound cake, it doesn't say pound cake, right? It's just the water and the eggs and the flour. The same is true here. What the ingredients are is what goes into it. It's not the finished product. The finished product, as you see, is called Asea Redox. You might also notice that it has a little seal, Bioagilitics Redox Certified. Bioagilitics is a company based out of North Carolina. They test, they're like the third-party verifier that a lot of pharmaceutical companies use to say, hey, this is what's in our pill. Can you test that that's what's actually in it? And a third party does that. Asea is not a pill, right? It is not a drug, but it is something that they felt was necessary to reach out and get a third party to verify because people have a similar response when they look at it, like sounds like salt water. You know, so now Bioagilitics tests for the presence of redox signaling molecules, and they certify that yes, in fact, the liquid, the gel, and the serum all have redox present in them. So how is it actually made? I have had the pleasure of going to the production facility several times. I think at least 4 different tours I've been on. I've met our COO, the Chief Operations Officer over there, and have gotten a behind the scenes on exactly what goes in to making Asea. Now they start with Pleasant Grove city water, right out of Utah. And basically they strip the water of all the dissolved solvents. They want to get all the minerals, everything out of there. So you're getting water in its most unnatural form, as close to just H2O as possible. And then the salt is pure salt, about 99% pure salt, might be 99.8. And basically what happens then is they combine the two and it's taken through a process. Now this is where some of the initial patents came in, and this is what now is all kind of captured under intellectual property. It's like the secret sauce for Coca-Cola, right? The recipe that we'll never get to know. KFC, their recipe that we'll never get to know. The same is true with Asea. They have this recipe on how they make redox. What we know is that it has to do with an anode and a cathode and the amount of electricity at the right voltage for a certain amount of time at a certain temperature that creates the redox signaling molecules. And it does so at a certain pH. So it's balanced so it can get absorbed into our bodies. And they dial it right down into the parts per million of certain redox molecules. And they actually have a lab right there at the production facility where they test, and they do a variety of tests, like putting a reagent into the product to see the colors that come out, or the color that comes out, and that allows them to know the exact parts per million that they have of these redox. So no, you can't just put salt and water together and shake it up and get Asea. It's like a 3.5-day process that it goes through, and then of course is bottled. And our production facility has also done a lot of testing on, look, what sort of different temperatures and what are the things that could impact the stabilization of these molecules. And basically, the only thing that really impacts it is UV light. So you need to make sure that your Asea bottle or your Renew 28 tube is not put directly in sunlight, but it is stable up obviously until it boils, and that changes it, and down to a very cold temperature as well. So if you're interested in looking at the production facility, you can go in person. They'll do tours for you. Or Scott, he did a very quick, maybe 5-minute video walking you through the production facility and explaining a little bit more in depth, so you can see that process. If you would like to see that video, it's on amazingmolecules with an S.com. So amazingmolecules.com. Just kind of scroll down through and you'll see the production facility tour. I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about what is this? Why is it not just salt and water? How come I can't make this at home? And good luck on your exploration of this. And I look forward, if this is something that you decide to use, to potentially hearing about what it's done for your health and your well-being. Have a beautiful day.